Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We are here on RichPort, a map by WhiteBull Modding. And, well, I've gotten some hay baled up and cleared off. Got the straw cleared off the other field. And, well, about time we get ready to flip the fields and get some seeding done. Before I do that, I wanted to a little lime application. How is everybody doing tonight? Thor, Lane, Carpet Farmer, Nomad, Goldeneye, Jan, and Justin. How is everybody doing tonight? So no new news on this map and Giants testing. Really didn't expect to have any since this is just the second day. Giants has been in the office since the map has been sent off. Although I did see in the daily testing thread that basically Giants is claiming about a 3-day wait for testing. So it might show up tomorrow in the testing thread. It might show up Thursday in the testing thread. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, the new Steigers that got released today. JFK shot first. What is up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Just welcome all around. So the plan for tonight is to apply lime to our field here. Get lime applied to our other fields. And basically seed the contour strips of this field in grass. Because, well, I kind of get what WhiteBull Modding was intending to do with those. They just don't work for me, so I'm just going to put them in grass. So we have a nice grass field here. We're going to put probably canola in those other fields just for funsies. And then we'll see about harvesting field, I think it's 1. Let's see. No, field 3. We'll go by field 3 and see about getting that field harvested if we have time. Well, I'm sure I probably thought about it. Could have put Steigers in for tonight. I just didn't think about it. I would say that's probably my, not a flaw, but one of the things that I do just typically when I set maps up is it's kind of once they're set up. I really stop thinking about mods at that point. So it's like, you know, once the map has been started, I kind of start my gameplay on a particular map. Really, it's like just in my head, I mentally freeze. All right, we're not adding anything else. This is what we're starting with. And a mod really needs to be kind of standout-ish to get added once we start. Well, thank you, Agent. What is it? Or Oko. No problem. CBW Farms, welcome to the chat. All right, so now that we have kind of established a bit of a turn buffer on this, let's go ahead and get our guidance steering path set up. Oh, okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, huh? Naz, welcome to chat. Why is this coming up with an offset? Get rid of that offset because this clearly doesn't have an offset. I think one of the things that really appeals to me with this map is the rolling hills. Where I come from, there isn't such a thing as a flat field. I mean, the town I live in, I kind of joke to people that don't know anything about it. I say, well, basically, if you're not on a hill, you're driving toward a hill. So, yeah, it's not a flat bit of land in my yard. Wife's like, we want a pool. I was like, where are you going to put it? There's no flat spots in the yard. Hey, Beth, what's up? Well, if we're lucky, this map will be released this week. In Giant's hands at the moment. Now, let me see. I think there's a lime fill point on the map. Hayloft, gas station. I don't know why they're using these as gas station icons. Guess there isn't. Okay. Well, we'll just do it the easy dev mode way. Oh, I gotta hope so. CWB Farms, I gotta hope so. Had somebody comment in that video that the animals work if you buy the land. I was like, I don't think so. If you look at the video, when you start out on new farmer mode, you own all the animal areas except for one. And all of them are broken. They all spit out that Lua error on map load up. Speaking of South Mountain Creamery, well, Beth, there's a fair number of American maps out there. It's just most of them are not available for console players. So if you're a console player, then yeah, that I would agree with that statement. Now there's another North American map that showed up in testing today. Crawford Farms by our good buddy Rubber Burner of the channel. And, well, hopefully that one comes out this week also. Whoa, I don't want to do that. Bucks County was listed as in testing for console also today. I'm not really sure what's being changed on that one. I did a play series on Bucks County quite a while ago, back when it was a PC only release. I enjoyed the time I spent on that map. Sadly, the farms were all redesigned between the release I played and the release on the Giants Mod Hub, due to the fact I think that the model maker, the modder that made the buildings that the map author used in his PC version, did not grant permission to use those models for Giants Mod Hub. So as a result, he had to completely redesign those farms. But definitely take a look at Crawford Farms video when it comes out. From what I understand from Rubber Burner, initially it's going to be a PC release, but once it releases for PC, he's going to make a quick little edit to it and get that out for, hopefully get that out for console. So that is a Canadian map, so it is still American technically, because it is in the North American continent. It was out in Farm Sim 17. It makes a return. Now they do a fair bit of potato farming up there for real. So, you know, it'd be a perfect map for the grimy DLC, as well as maybe other root crop work. Oh, he put that in? Well, it wouldn't be for console then. I saw Bucks listed under the console section. Terraforming, welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight, buddy? Well, Carpet Farmer, I mean, they're the size they are really to fit the gap. To make potatoes affordable to the entry-level player and the entry-level farmer. Because potatoes have such a huge cost of entry. But I do understand your point. You know, doing potatoes on a field like field 11, are you flipping kidding me, right? Would take you an entire week. Alright, so we get this field limed up. Off to the next one. Jan, are you sworn to secrecy as to what the changes were? Well, now remember, Carpet Farmer, that is not a Giants DLC. That is a DLC by a modder who won the one of the Farm Sim 17 mod contests. Pepe 978, also known as Team FSI. One of the prizes for winning that particular mod contest award was the ability to submit a DLC concept to Giants. And basically there were a few different modders that submitted ideas. One of them was basically the Modern Classics pack that came out in 17 as a paid DLC, and then later came out as a mod in Farm Sim 19. And then there was the Potato DLC that we just never saw in 17. And really left a lot of folks, including myself, wondering whatever happened to the Potato DLC that was pitched and that everyone was kind of expecting. Well, I guess it just took Team FSI and, well, Pepe 978 a bit longer than expected to basically create those models and everything. But here we go. We've got it in Farm Sim 19. So that really was the completion of an award that was won way back in 2017 with the 2017 mod contest. So yeah, I mean, we're waiting on an update. So there's supposed to be an update to fix the potato animation of that one harvester that side discharges. The update was supposedly done and available before it even released, but I guess due to the timing of, I guess, console validation and just needing to get that out to the appropriate content distribution channels, it wasn't available for basically distribution at time of release. So hopefully we'll see that get updated soon. Just kind of doing 2 lime headlands again, and then we'll just start making our passes up and down. Well, it's understandable, Carpet Farmer, because you know, these 2 DLCs have been the first time, really. I mean, you could kind of say that the Straw Harvest was this way also, but it was marketed in 19 or in 17 as a independent third-party thing. So basically it was the equivalent of a DLC in that it was paid content, but it was distributed independent of the Giants website, independent of Steam, Epic, and obviously independent of console availability. Now, it showed up in 19 as a free, basically a mod. Climb again. I mean, we're not really... all of these live streams really isn't to play realistically. We're just showing off the map. And if we find anything different. Now, I mentioned this the other day. And I want to hear y'all's take, because I don't think we ever got a real answer from chat the other night. Is this different? Is this a different harvested wheat texture? I mean, it feels different. Maybe it's just been recolored. But it just feels, one, longer. Feels taller. And definitely different color than the base game harvested straw texture or wheat texture. Or either that, or maybe I'm just insane. Yeah, the ground texture is definitely different. Maybe it's the combination. All right, Jan. Thanks for dropping by. Have yourself a good evening. And the map does have a foliage folder, and there are, different foliage textures for each particular crop and stage. Glenn, welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat. Happy to see you here. Oh, get out of the trees. Get out of the trees. Do a little more in-cab driving just for funsies' sake. Hey, VI Planet. Or is it VIP Lanet? I got a funny story. My youngest went to the eye doctor today for the very first time. And, he's looking at the eye chart. And the doctor says, read this line. You know the spiel. And he tells the doctor, I can't read that. So the doctor gets all concerned. Mom gets all concerned. I wasn't there. I'll hear the story later. And so they're like, okay. So they're like, they say, well, read the line, read this line. It's the line above it. And he's like, I can't read that. And they get all, what? Okay. They get a little bit more concerned. Because he really hasn't shown that he's got issues. It's really just his, he's 7, okay? So it's his first time. Then his mom starts hearing him try to sound out the word. And when he's saying he can't read it, it's because he thinks he's supposed to, it's supposed to be a word. So he's trying to make all these jumbled letters a word. And can't figure out how to say this mangled mess of letters on the eye chart. So then his mom's like, no, 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 no. They're just letters. Read the letters. It's not a word. Read the letters. So then he passes with flying colors. So we got a nice little chuckle at that. Having dinner tonight. So what's the moral of that story? The moral of the story is that, you know, when you're trying to ask somebody to do something, it may be pretty obvious to you what you're asking them to do or what you're expecting, but to the other person, it might not be clear. They might not really grasp what you're asking them to do. So sometimes you just need to, well, to borrow the title of a video series by a prominent YouTuber, sometimes it's important just to get back to the basics and try to be clearer with what you're asking someone to do, or try to be clearer with whatever question you're trying to ask. But yeah, they said in all of their time, they never have had anyone try to read the eye chart as a word. I mean, he's 7. He's in 1st grade. What they do, they're doing spelling words. You know, they're reading. They're enhancing their reading skills. So when he says read this line, well, he's trying to read the word, right? So, you know, if you're having a bad day, maybe that little story will brighten your day up. If you're having a difficult time working with somebody, they just don't seem to be grasping what you're trying to say, just kind of think back at that story. Get a little smile on your face, and maybe it'll give you the patience to work through the difficulties. Right? And that is field number deuce. Now let's go here and flip this thing 90 degrees. Oh yeah. Not too bad on our pH to get it brought up to desirable levels here. Of course, you all might prefer those colors. Hey, Daniel. G&G Farms, what is up? Well, FS fan, no, I'm not very good at those names. Yeah, if Google Translate says it wrong, well, then that's what I'm going to go off of. We just don't have those kinds of combinations of letters where I come from. While we're driving by here, if you're new to the map, there's your starting farm. We have chickens, we've got cows, we've got blue silo is for hay and straw. In fact, if we get around to harvesting field 3, I'm going to put the bulk straw in that big blue silo. We've got 3 huge bunker silos. They're built into the hillside. We've got these really, really large fields right next to the farm. Really convenient for your silage hauling. Yeah, we don't have those fancy letters either. No idea how to say those. I just say that, you know, whoa, wrong one again. Europeans, and I mean those in the UK too. You're just geographically a lot closer to, you know, many more countries that speak many more languages. So you're more apt to run into those than those of us on the American side of the Atlantic. And when we do run into, you know, German names, Polish names, Dutch names, you know, they're often been mangled in some way through the whole immigration process. That's one reason why we have so many Smiths here in the country. Stories have been told about Ellis Island and immigration. And people working the immigration line basically asking what people's names are. And basically having no idea how to write that down. So they ask, okay, so what do you do? What was your occupation? And they go, well, I was a, I was a leathersmith, or I was a blacksmith. Okay, your name is Smith. Move on down the line. John, thanks for the like. Glad you're doing well. All right, go enjoy your dinner. We'll be on for another 90 minutes, so if you get done, feel free to drop by. Smith, everyone gets a Smith today. That's right. So we haven't really explored, but there is a nice little forest up there to the north. See it over there. Has some interesting kind of pathways through the forest. Pull up the PDA, kind of see those drawn in there. There's a waterfall, nice little river, lake, whatever you want to call it. We'll rotate over here so it's not against the lime. See a little bit better. Yeah, these are some nice sized fields for you guys that want big fields. You're looking for the token American map with big fields. They're not flat any stretch of the imagination, but they are pretty good size fields for being a standard size map. Do you know where they're going to be planned on releasing that VI planet? Darren, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Ryan, thanks for the sub. Hey, you got a walking zombie. Darren the walking or running zombie. Brains. Want some brains? Yeah, but have they announced if they're going shooting for the mod hub, Giants mod hub? Are they shooting for a Facebook release? Now, what I would like to see, and I really would like to see this in the next farm sim. You know, the lime and the dust back here, it's really great. I really like that. But I'd like to see, with respect to when you spread granular fertilizer, would be a lighter texture, not so heavy on the white, but a speckled white spread behind you, left on the ground. Not a wet looking texture like we get now. Reserve that for liquid application. but to see a light granular texture, I think Hofbergman in 17 did that. Hofbergman definitely in 17 had a lime like texture, and lime wasn't a thing in 17. I think it was when you applied granular fertilizer, you got not this heavy white, but you did get a speckled white, so I'd like to see that. I would like to see foam, actually. So on the sprayers, I'd like to see mottled foam on the ends of the booms, dropping down, so that on your booms, you know, you would have mottled little white spots just would show up periodically at the edge of each boom. That way, that's how sprayers kind of mark where they've been. They put in a foaming agent, and they have a little foamer that puts foam down on the end of the booms. But I do like this, you know, I like this dust cloud back here behind the lime. Solid fertilizer doesn't need a dust cloud. If it just left some speckle on the dirt, and that's what I want in the next version of the game is not so much realism, just further refinement. When we apply granular fertilizer, why do we get a wet look? We shouldn't get a wet look. We should get powdered look. Right? Isaac, what's up? Not really sure what you're saying there, but obviously something about Mexico. So you're saying something like, hello from Mexico. Well, hello back. In high school, I didn't take Spanish. I took French because, well, it was the language of lovers. Didn't work out so great for me, but hey. No, links won't work for you because you're not a mod. To put the name of the channel, that would work. That was high school. That was let's not date myself, but let's just pretend that was back when the years started with a 19 and an 8 to a 199. So she's been a while. It is indeed Wednesday in Australia. Get lots of Australian viewers. Love the Australian viewers. Because when I stream, it is either Wednesday late morning to early afternoon for you guys. Meanwhile, it is Tuesday evening for moi. We stream while the Europeans sleep. French Canadian, probably. Back around that same time frame, we took a high school trip to Canada. The road signs were in miles per hour and I think kilometers per hour. Remember that. You know, it was like speed limit was like 55 or 110 or whatever it was. I don't know. I don't pay attention to those little numbers on my speedo. Just about done our liming detail. Well, Ryan, you might be interested that Crawford Farms is listed as in Giants testing. That is a map based around a area in Canada. Not really sure on the exact area. I think it is far eastern Canada. I'm not going to pretend to have any better geographical knowledge than that. Oh, turn it on. Turn it on. There we go. There he is, right there, the map author of said map. Atlantic Canada is how you describe the area. Indeed, there's somewhere in Canada. That is another map. Now that one was not a, was it a Giants release? Gosh, I don't remember. Don't remember whatsoever. Alrighty. Yeah, because there was a fence there. Get my Olympic sprinter shoes on. Grab our Kloss and our big Cooverland cedar. I was going to use one from the Borgot, the Borgo pack, but they all required really huge horsepower. And I really didn't have anything with that big horsepower. So we go down here to the 12-meter Cooverland cedar. The Vicon Cooverland DLC. I don't think there is a Canadian console map yet. That might change in the coming weeks. So I'm just seeding in these contour lines just because, like I said at the start of the stream, I get what WhiteBull Modding is wanting to achieve with these. Their execution just didn't work for me. I just don't feel like they follow any sort of real contour. We're just going to slap grass down on them. And convert this into a standard map. Ryan, there's no such thing. Consoles aren't compatible with 4X maps. Maybe the next iteration of the game, if it doesn't support PS4 and Xbox One or Xbox X or whatever the older current generation Xbox is, maybe then it will support. They'll be able to support a 4X map. But for whatever reason, I guess the performance isn't there, or the memory isn't there. For whatever reason, 4X maps don't perform well, if at all. Really don't know the details. Welcome, is it? I don't know how to pronounce the first one. We'll just say welcome. Is it Neto? Nito? Farming STE. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. definitely no MTA on this map. Oh, a pleasure to be brightening up your evening. We try our best to do the old entertaining. Hola, it is. I am not using Courseplay. I don't use Courseplay. I stopped using Courseplay many months ago. Quite frankly, I was tired fighting it. Spending more time getting it to work right than it would have taken to do job myself or with just a standard worker. So that's what we did. Now what I'll probably do is, we're talking about Courseplay, is I'm going to outline this field and then we'll hire a helper and get on harvesting some wheat. We're going to buy a field. Oh my gosh, field 3 and 8 we got to get. Boom, $1.3 million. In field 8. Sunflowers, it's growing. Yeah, I stopped using it way back when I was doing Emerald Coast. I was trying to basically automate harvest and basically run an auger wagon to unload. And the Courseplay helpers wanted to constantly turn into each other at the end of every single pass. So it was like every single pass I was basically having to jump in and untangle them up from each other. Then I was trying to get Courseplay to basically automate some forage harvesting for me. And again, they wanted to turn into each other on every single pass. Regardless if it was a left turn or right turn, they wanted to turn toward each other. I basically said, forget it. Rev, I don't have favorite maps. I don't have favorites anything. I'm a boring old guy that just does not have favorites. Like, what's your favorite food? I go, I don't know. Well liked, I would say any map that I do a Let's Play series on or live stream series on would be well liked. Laura's favorite food is just food itself. Free food. I mean, like, I like this map. This map appeals. It just feels fairly genuine and conceivably could be an area to some degree. Yeah, there's some things that probably could be enhanced, tweaked, modified, but that's kind of the way it is for everything. You know, outside of these live streams, will I play this map personally? No. Just because the fields are too big. It just takes too much time. There was I think a pretty good suggestion to make this map a community multiplayer map, because the map really is set up with one farm right here. There really isn't an area anywhere else on the map for another farm without really just, you know, carving out a field for it. So it seems that it would be perfectly suited for a kind of a multiplayer map with big fields. Perfect for multiple harvesters and just multiple players working together to get the field work done. Bring in a big silage harvest. So yeah, I kind of like that idea. Hey, DRJ Farms, what's up? We still have that weird weed coloring. As we get close to the weeds, they turn brown. As we get further away from the weeds, they turn green again. I don't know if it's coming through in the stream or not. Emily, welcome to the stream. Now, Georgetown, USA was a really nice 4X map that had kind of normal-sized fields. So it was kind of a nice mix between the big expanse of a 4X map. Thanks for the super chat, Farming STE, Farming Site, and then, you know, a mixture of really normal size, smaller size fields, and then some bigger fields, the bigger field folks. And we'll hire off our helper and started on a harvest. Harvest season. Giant Kloss. And I have to say, more this one. Which header is it? Which header is it? More the headers, the 1230. More header trailers need to work like this. These Kloss headers, 1230. Because these Kloss headers literally lock in the header. Thor, thanks for the super chat. We have got a super chat bonanza tonight. So, I mean, the in-game header trailers don't do this. But, you know, all right, I'm a little off. Oh, look at that. It just jumped it. Boom, right into place. Can't wait for the next farm sim when these DLCs are no longer locked behind DRM. So folks can grab that functionality and make use of it in all kinds of ways. Didn't know the Kloss headers did that. Now you do. I mean, the standard in-game headers, they don't lock it in. It just sits there. You get hit by something, you make a turn, they fall off. Got nice bridges here. They updated the bridges so we don't have grass anymore between the road and the edge of the bridge. Told him about that. I'm like, yeah, that just doesn't work. So we've got one big farm with cow area and chicken area. Coming up here on a horse area. And of course we can sell this building if we want and then make use of the land however we should so wish. WhiteBull Modding Ranch. And then we have a sheep area over by the biogas plant. This cornfield is massive. Field 10 is massive. Field 11 is huge. Here's our field of sunflowers rolling across the hills. There's still field 10. Field 12 back there is massive. Imagine pulling that in with corn into your biogas plant. Like I said, I think this makes a really great multiplayer map. Oh, trees, get out of my way. Here's our wheat field we're going to harvest. Yeah, Ryan will be live streaming tomorrow night. This is a week of live streams Tomorrow night we'll be on Snowrunner, which apparently, according to my poll, is the least desirable game to my viewers. But you know what? I don't care. I like it. I'm gonna play it. Oh, Ravenhawk, you know this is the only shade of green I acknowledge. Oh no, we don't want that. We want this. We're going to collect the straw and put it in our silo. Now we have vehicle inspector up there. Keep an eye on our hired helper. Well, Naz, we will keep the Snowrunner content because you know what? I like it. So I'm seriously thinking they're going to drop Season 3 this week or next week. They've been teasing with, the last 2 days they've been teasing with kind of fact sheets on the new vehicles that are part of Season 3. There's one more new vehicle that they haven't talked about. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday, Epic is going to be starting a sale that includes Snowrunner. So Thursday would be an awesome day to make an announcement about Season 3 content right on the heels of that sales announcement or sales promo. So they could go out and say, by the way, next Tuesday, what is that? 14th is Lover's Day. That is Sunday. You better, guys, you better have your presents ready. If you haven't ordered them, you better order them now, because if there's delays in shipping, well, you don't want the ladies mad at you. At any rate, so Sunday's the 14th, 15th, 16th. So they may announce that Season 3 will drop on the 16th for everybody. Wouldn't that be amazing information? And I don't know if this rumor is true, but I read on the Snowrunner Discord that the sale might be 40% off. Don't hold me to it, but that might be the sale price. 40% off on Epic. So if you haven't bought it yet, you might want to wait until Thursday just to see if 40% is indeed the discount. But, you know, value for the money, or gameplay for the money, Snowrunner is right there with with the best of them, in my opinion. You know, they're just like SCS with updating the game, adding more content to the base game, so even folks that didn't pay for the season pass get additional content. The value for the season pass is outstanding so far. They have really, in my opinion, almost doubled the amount of content in the game with the season pass at this point, and then there's still another season 4 that is part of that pass that's coming. Apparently, if you go over to mod or maprunner.info or whatever that MapRunner site is, apparently they have information, unofficial, supposed leaked information, that says there's going to be a third Russian zone. Is going to be season 4, and that third Russian zone is going to include 3 maps. All that is unofficial. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. That going. I got a there's the auger wagon. I got a tractor in here somewhere. No. Really like the details on these buildings. These little bollards at the corners of the doors. Oh, there we go. KMJ Superfly, I have not. Oh, why is that monitor right in my way? If that monitor was moved over on the rail, can't see the edge of my header. Oh, terraforming, you can have great and John Deere in the same sentence. Usually they're separated by the word disappointment. Anybody have a drum and a cymbal? Chung. I can't lean forward. Don't have my head tracking. I do not use Sim Dashboard. All right, so let's go down here. I think I've got a nice straight edge to start a worker off. Off you go. I'm looking for a tractor. Looking for do I have one of these? No, 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 no. Nope, don't have one. Oh, let's go with what is this? What is this? What is this tractor? I need garage search. I need garage search in here. 225 HPs. 240 HPs. 100 HPs. 240 HPs. Go with the Fent. Michelin's. Do a thing. I do not. The singer? I don't really listen to music. Mateo, I have no idea what the final starting equipment's going to look like. This is a pre-release map. So, starting equipment that I had, which is now completely different than what we own, could be completely different than what they sent off to Giants. But once the map does release, just keep an eye out on the channel. We will have a proper first impressions video that will cover starting equipment. Oh, let's go show you this. No. Let's go show you this little fine map detail. Yeah, Emily's on PC. So we got a road. Comes down here and crosses this river. We ford a little river. You know why they call it fording a river? Because that's where usually you can find most fords. Stuck in a river. I don't think this is supposed to really be an area in the U.S. or America in general. I think this is just a American themed map. Now, speaking of no man's land, so just, oh my gosh, the wheat's full. Just the other day, there was an update to the old production pack by Farmer Mayhew, and that particular mod basically uses seasons functionality to do basic production. And what is unique about this update is that there is a Seasons Geo that Farmer Mayhew just sent to Giants the other day that is going to allow Seasons and his production pack to work together. So up to this point, production packs like his and there's another guy that has one that basically leverages the Farm Sim animal system were not Seasons compatible because of how they worked with the animal area. But what Farmer Mayhew found out is if he makes a custom geo that has basically information in it related to his production, then Seasons is happy. Happy, 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 joy, joy, Seasons is happy. So, if you like production and you're interested and you play on No Man's Land, so right now, those production packs also, the map needs to be made to work with the production pack. And at this point, there's very few maps that have that included. I think Missy B's map has it included, and Alien Gems No Man's Land does. But you can now play No Man's Land with that geo, with that production pack, and get some production. I wanted to collect the loose straw and put it in the big blue silo. this time around as opposed to baling it. You can see some of the possible starting equipment in this shed. Oh, Wishing Gamer, crossplay would be nice, but somebody in the Sony or Microsoft camp isn't interested in that. My guess is big SONY. Those are just a big bunch of meanie pants. I didn't even know I had a dynamic trash can. So this is released to Giants for testing. So we'll see. Might get released this week, depending on how things show up. I mean, we've got working animals. And the last map that got released by Giants didn't even have working animals. So it's already got a leg up. Alright, Farming Site, thanks for dropping by. It is 9:38 my time, so we're going to be on about another 20 minutes. Ah, Ryan, you can't go wrong with the big red and black. There we go. We'll worry about seeding this other field later. Here you go, empty this harvester. I just love the rolling fields. Seeing those windrows conform to the curvature of the fields. Have super speed. And yes, we're just going to dump straight into the silo because we can. So speaking of International Harvester, I know of a certain modding team actually working on a International Harvester 900 series tractor. Maybe four-wheel drive, maybe two-wheel drive. This particular modding team has been known to release things for console. So it could be coming to console. Sit around here and wait. Find the shade of a nice little tree. And we'll wait. So back in the day, we had a 986, an 806, and a 486 that we ran predominantly. For the light jobs, we also had a nice old trusty Super H. %. Hopefully you're going to make it to the end. I don't think you are. Nope. Oh, I don't want to share that information. Other than to say that I am in technology. Testing goes fabulous. These fields are indeed big. How goes the gamer den? So I was thinking about it the other night. I think I figured out why there was a bed down there. First I thought, man, why is he putting a bed down there? Maybe it's for guests. Then I think I figured it out. I think it's for when you come home from third shift. See, I'm a little slow sometimes, but give me enough time and I catch on. Give me enough time and I catch on. So we have another little water feature over here we're going to go through. No, we're not really going to go through. We're going to go over it. You know what? Boss on this side takes Ambien. It takes quite the act to get that going. See, I'm really excited about this IH 900 series. I don't know what model it is, or if it's going to be a series of models, but it's the older style 900 series. Looks just like the 986 we ran, except I think it's probably going to be four-wheel drive. Wish there were more older two-wheel drive tractor options. Oh, that stupid trash can. Yep, this particular modding group is going to be putting it on the mod hub for sure. They've been putting some Blender renders up on their Discord. Yeah, Ryan, like I said, we ran IH 986. That was the biggest tractor we had, two-wheel drive. 806 with the cab, no cab on that. 46 with narrows on the front, no cab on that. And then kind of the small workhorse for light duty jobs was a good old Super H. I don't know how much this silo holds. We'll have to find out. Let's see. Straw. 400,000 lettries. What this silo holds. Oh no, what happened? Something tragic happened. Poor old Fluffy. Where are we at? Let's hope we can make a pass back. 73%. My gosh. This is small compared to field 12 or 11 or 6. All right, later, Raz. Thanks for dropping by. If we're gonna make it back on that harvester or not. We are about done. We got about 10 more minutes left in stream. Keep an eye on that harvester. $7.98. Awesome. We did make it to the end. Nice. Oh, of course. You don't want it around because of the header trailer. Let him unload. Tomorrow night's stream will be at 8 p.m. Basically 2 hours before now. Tomorrow. Depending on what your time zone is. 2 hours before now. Tomorrow is when we'll start. Here we have the horse pen. Not the horse pen, the cow area. Got rid of the cows after I saw that everything worked. Run over tons of chickens. Yeah, it depends on your time zone, of course. We've got folks from all over the world. Yep, if you're Eastern like me, it's 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Australia, well, I have no idea. Sometime on Thursday. If you're on the West Coast, it could be 5 p.m. Oklahoma. You know, I can't see that without trying to break into song. It's terrible, I know. Getting caught up. Getting caught up to the harvester. And we are going twice as fast. Well, see, I can see Alabama and not feel like singing Alabama. How are beef prices? Heard some folks were concerned about beef prices might tank. Tom Pearson, what's up? Welcome to the chat, but coming in right at the tail end. We are about done. About another few minutes. If I get one more load of straw. Straw, I say. Get our harvester emptied one more time. Come on. I'm gonna top off. Oh, it would help if I straightened out my wheel. I have not been to Oklahoma, no. Been to Texas and Colorado. Those are about as far west as I have been. Been in every state up and down the East Coast, including Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island, maybe not Maine. Maybe I haven't been in Maine. New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, North and South Carolina, Florida, oh, it's over by the silo still. Arkansas, Texarkana. Oh, the crazy in me wants to do a run to Texarkana to crazy in me wants to do the Smoking the Bandit run. Yeah, I've been to South Carolina. Not recently. Ah, Darren, that sounds like a road trip. See if we can go on a road trip. Although I am not doing the Sally Field. Ryan, let's just say I play for Team Red. All right, guys, so that is going to do us for the night. We'll be back on RichPort on Thursday. I'll plan to have this field done and straw collected. Hopefully we'll have that field there harvested, or not harvested, but seeded. And, well, maybe, just maybe, we'll be working on the sunflower field over there. Tomorrow night, like I said earlier, we'll be on Snowrunner. And look at some more Season 3 pre-release content. Maybe we'll have news on Thursday about when Season 3 is going to drop in the release branch. So until next time, happy farming.